Hi, welcome. Simon here, and I hope you're doing well. In this video, I'll walk you through step by step on how to do a screen replacement on an HP Pavilion x360. Let me show you the screen that I have here. So the top right corner, I have a cracked screen. The LCD looks good. There's nothing wrong with it. Just the glass is broken. However, in this model, you can't replace just the glass itself. You would have to replace the full assembly, meaning that the LCD and the glass, they are adhesive together. So when you change, you would have to change both at the same time. Now there are two options you can do. One is to buy the glass and the LCD, that one piece I was talking about, and you can just replace just on its own on the very glass and the LCD itself by keeping your top cover and the hinge as original. Now there are some people that sells the full assembly, meaning that the top cover here, okay, the glass, the LCD, and the hinge are all part of one set together. So that would be the option number 2. In my recommendation, I would definitely go with option number 2 because I feel like option 2 is much more better for not having futures problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. First, I'd like to identify the model here, so at least you can take a look and see what's happening. This is the HP x360M. Convertible model is 14M-DY0033DX. Alright, let's get started. The first thing you would want to do is to remove this plastic. So this plastic is hiding some screws underneath them. So we need to remove the plastic first in order to get to the screw. So top plastic cover and the bottom plastic cover. Once you have removed that, the next step is to go ahead and see if everything comes out. So I guess some of the tape or the adhesive are still stuck underneath here. So let me go ahead and remove them as well. Next step is to get yourself a Phillips screwdriver. We're going to remove the screw here. Once you have removed 5 screws, the next step is to go ahead and pop open the back cover. It's better to use the plastic. The reason why, when you run along the laptop, you're not scratching using the metal, but I like to use the metal prying to get underneath, able to get a little bit opening. With that opening, I can finish up by separating the rest. Okay, so just a quick to identify, this is the laptop battery, and if you want to do anything before like you want to upgrade or do anything, I'll recommend you to disconnect the battery before you do any of that. So you can simply, by pulling to your right, at the same time I'm using the plastic prying tool to push and pull at the same time. I do not want to put a lot of pressure on the tiny little wire by just pulling it to the right. So using the plastic prying tool, push the side of the connector and pull at the same time. So once you disconnected the battery, now let's take a look at the cables here. So we need to disconnect this by simply lifting it straight up. And same thing for the LCD screen connector, lift it straight up. Okay, just put it on the side. Now here is the Wi-Fi. So just pay attention to the little label here. The little white label is to pointing up as the white, and the black little label here is pointing down to the arrow here, the bottom part. By simply just lift it straight up, that's how you disconnect the Wi-Fi antenna. Get a Phillips screwdriver, remove the 3 screws. Again, continue using the Phillips screwdriver. We'll continue removing the rest of other screws. Now I just open up the little grounding tape. That grounding tape has a 1 screw that holds on to the bracket. We need to disconnect and remove the bracket first. Once you have removed the bracket for the DC jack, now you can open up the hinge. And slide that bottom part, which is your keyboard, the motherboard, the battery, the entire bottom part, just slide it out. And there you have it. So this is the entire screen, which is what I call the full assembly, where you can just buy a replacement of this entire screen. So I highly recommend to do a full assembly replacement for any cracked screen rather than just the glass and the LCD itself. Alright, so I do not have the new screen. I just wanted to show that to you. This is what I would do. And assuming, let's pretend this is the new screen that comes in. Once you have come back in, the next step is to reverse the process. Have the hinge open at 90-degree angle. Slide that keyboard back down, right? Make sure the cable is facing up. And go ahead and close the hinge down. Okay. And do not forget to put the DC jack bracket back in here. There's this one tiny little screw. And then that screw is supposed to go back in at the level right there. Okay, once you have that installed, make sure you have the grounding tape, taping it back together. Have all the 3 screws going back to the hinge. Okay, and at the same time have the wireless cable tucked underneath there. The white one goes on the top, the black one goes at the bottom. Comes back here with the, maybe this is your microphone and a webcam cable. Connect by simply just pressing it down. They are just like Lego. Once you have them in the right position, you can simply just press it and snap it back down. Put the 3 screws back in here for your hinge. Alright, I'm not going to do that in this video because I need to have the screen removed as a reference for me to find out where can I buy the screen replacement. Once you have the hinge installed or the screw back together, get your back cover. Or do not forget to insert or install your battery connector by simply just pushing it to your left, align them in a position like this, and then just push it back in to install. Once you're done with that, go ahead and put the back cover back together. Have all the screws back in, and do not forget to put that little rubber stopper back to your laptop. All right, so this is how you replace the cracked screen on your HP laptop. If you find this video is helpful, please go ahead and click the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe to the channel. All right, question, comment below, and I will look at your question and answer them. And oh yeah, one thing, if you're not sure where to buy the screen from or the tools, do not forget to check the description below. I'll link them to Amazon or eBay for you to buy the replacement parts. All right, thanks for watching. Until next time, please take care. Bye now.